Hello everyone, it's Ed with Dual Brain MTG. Today we're going to discuss buy listing and, more importantly, what to do with your credit once you're done. Let's discuss.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum.
Hello everyone and welcome back. As you may know, if you've been with the channel for a while, I'm a big fan of buy listing, right? So, buy listing, what is it? Taking your cards, looking at online vendors, they have lists, certain prices for certain cards. You trade them in, you can get cash or store credit. One of my favorite places is Card Kingdom. I just like the fact that they have pretty standard pricing and, they do things correctly there. I also like the fact that you can use their credit for sealed product. Not all stores does that. Abu Games doesn't. So why buy list and what do I like to buy list, right? So up until recently, I've only really buy listed lower end stuff like $5 or less cards, $20 less cards, and a lot of uncommons and commons. You'd be surprised what you can turn uncommons and commons into. But more recently, with the current reprint machine gun in your face, I have to say that I'm leaning towards buy listing a lot of stuff in Philly. I think a big chunk of my collection is going to go. I'm not old stuff, not like Arabian Nights cards or anything, but anything modern and reprintable, yeah, I think it's going to have to go. So, yeah, guys, go check out how much some uncommons and commons go for. It's crazy. It's interesting, okay? So, buy listing, there's reasons to do it. There's reasons not to do it. You can get more money selling it yourself, but really, you're going to get fees. You have to do all the work. It doesn't end up being that much more profitable in the end. So, okay, now that that's done, you buy listed your cards and you have some store credit. You have to remember that this isn't going to come around much, okay? When you save up for buy listing, usually it's a long time of cards that you're sending out, and you're not going to have that often. So don't just spend your credit right away. Don't be like, having your money burn holes in your pocket. My advice is this. First, unless there's something that you buy listed for, it doesn't hurt to just hold your credit, okay? Second, if you have something in mind that you're looking for, often you can wait and that thing will become available if it's not available right now. So just because you have credit and what you want isn't available, that isn't a reason to get something you kind of want. You know what I'm saying? Maybe put an alert, something like that, and notifications so that when that item arrives, you get that notification and you're ready to buy it with your credit. It doesn't hurt to leave the credit alone either, and maybe leave it there until the next time you buy list and try and build up to something pretty major. I'd like to go into it with this perspective. What are my collecting goals? What am I going for? What am I looking for? And what am I looking to do in the next year or two in terms of my collection and or investments, okay? In the past, one of my favorite things to do with credit was to trade it in for sealed product, and I'd like to open that sealed product and grade the cards. It used to be a viable option. Now, not so much with the prices of sealed product. However, you can still do that with the right set, the right pack. We're not talking about that, but one of the things that I like to do was get sealed products, sealed boxes, and that's a way of turning commons and uncommons that are going to be reprinted that you have no use for into something solid and equitable in the future. But really, I like to look at what my goals are, and currently my goals are leaning towards completing an Arabian Night sets, pretty minty, near mint plus, 8.5 or better BGS grades. So that's what I would put it towards. Right now, Card Kingdom doesn't have a lot of the cards that I need available, so I would just put notifications and wait. That's what I would do. However, this is another thing that I'm going to do with my cards. Instead of sending it to Card Kingdom and waiting for the cards that I want, I'm going to take the cards with me to Philly. I'm going to look around at the vendors that are available there. I'm going to find one that has stuff that I want. I'm going to take the cards, buy list it to them, and use the credit there for those items. Now, that's for rarer items. You know, you're not going to be able to find a lot of stuff you'll get in Philly on the internet nowadays. You really have to go dig in person. Minty Arabian Nights cards, they were there in Vegas. They'll be there in Philly, but you know, finding them online, that good luck. Also, you know, trading it in person, buy listing in person, you get to see the stuff in hand. That's a whole nother level of reason to do it in Philly. That's a big reason why I'm actually going to Philly. Besides for hanging out and meeting everybody, you know. But so buy listing, there's a couple of things to look at when you have credit and what you put in for that credit. So it's just some things to consider. Going to be using, if you're going to be on TCG today, they have a buy list. Remember to use my affiliate link. Helps out a lot. Free to use. Click on it. Shop like normal. Yes. Remember to like and subscribe. Comment. Let me know. Have you buy listed before? Are you going to be buy listing? I'm curious to see how many people are buy listing. I think I've seen a few people take my advice and start to churn out that bulk and get something real for it. So that's pretty cool. Remember, channel memberships, Patreon, all the fun things. Have a nice day, everyone. Take care. Peace.
That's it, man. Game over, man. Game over. What the fuck are we gonna do now? What are we gonna do?
Maybe we could build a fire, sing a couple of songs, huh? Why don't we try that?